Another object data type widely used in Python is dictionary. In fact, a dictionary is generally referred as mapping. So mapping are also collection of other objects, just like list. But the difference is that they store objects by their key instead of relative position. In fact, mappings don't maintain any reliable left to right order like list, but they simply map keys to associated values, just like dictionary in a real world. In a real world dictionaries, you have words which are keys and their associated values are their definition. So it's the same concept in Python programming with keys and values. Let's go back in our Hello World project and see how we declare a dictionary in Python. To declare a dictionary, I must declare his name just like other variables. So I can say my dictionary and I assign the value. Then I must put the curly braces. So imagine the situation where I want to describe somebody. I want to give his name, his age, and his height. So my dictionary is going to have 3 keywords. The first keyword is name. Since name is a string, I must put either a double quote or a single quote. Let's use a single quote in this case. So name, and I put 2 points like a description, and I put the name. For example, another string, I can say scene, that's my name, and I can put the second keyword, which is the height. Don't forget to put double quote. So I cut this and I paste here. I put 2 points, maybe 1 meter point 75. Notice that the height here is a float data type. Now I can also put the age. So I put age, let's say 25. If here is an integer. Now notice this red underlining my code. It is saying that there is an error in my code, and this is why PyCharm is beautiful, because when you write something that the computer don't understand, you have something like this that tells you that there is something wrong. PyCharm used to tell me that, hey, I don't understand what you are writing. In this case, it's just because we have not put a comma to separate each keyword and values. So we must put always a comma to separate, so that PyCharm will understand that the name key has as value scene. Then we go to the second one, which is height as key, and the value is 1.75, just like we define in list. So I put a comma and a comma, so the error has disappeared. Beautiful. In the list data type object, when we wanted to get the value, we use indexed, but in dictionary, as I said, we instead use the keywords. So if, for example, I want to have my name, I will create, for example, another variable called my name, and my name is, I will go in this dictionary and I will take the value with keyword name. So I come here, I write in my dictionary, and I put square brackets just like in list, but now I instead put the key, which is name. Don't forget to put the double quote because it is a string data type. Now if I want to print my name in the terminal, my name, and I print, you see it has returned seen, which is the value of this key name. This is a very simple dictionary. Imagine the case where instead of just giving one name, I want to give my first name and my last name. One way of doing this could be to have a keyword for first name and have another keyword for last name. But I want to show you a more powerful way and aesthetic way to do this in Python. It's a concept I want to introduce. It's about Python object nesting. So instead of just giving the value here, I will give as value to name another dictionary which will have my first name and my last name. I erase this value and I will paste instead another dictionary with my first name, and the value I put, for example, let's say Hyacinthe, and comma to separate, you remember, and then my second name or my last name, the value is, let's say, sin. So I put 2 points, and remember it's a string, so sin. Let's look at the code to understand what it does. If I print again my name with keyword name, the value will be all of these before the comma. So I'll have another list. Let's print it and see. I'll have another dictionary, please. So let's print and see. You see the value of name now, it's no more a string, but it is a dictionary. It means that if I want to get only my first name, I must say that go in the keyword name, it gives me another dictionary, and me only the first name. So I will put another square braces, and here I will put a string, that is this key, which is first name. I copy and I paste. So if I print it again, now I will have only my first name, which is Hyacinthe, because my name will go in keyword name, it will return a list, a dictionary, please, and in that dictionary it will return the value with keyword first name, which is Hyacinthe. Let's print and see the result. So you see that is Hyacinthe. A dictionary can also contain a list data type object. Imagine that I want to add, for example, another key here to give the profession of the person. So I add a key profession, I will just put prof and 2 point. Now somebody can have many professions. I will take 2 examples, engineer and scientist. So I create a list with 2 string value with engineer and scientist. So if I want to get the profession, as we said, the keyword profession, I put it here and I erase this. Beautiful. So if I print again, let's call this variable profession, and this is profession. Close the parenthesis. Beautiful. And if we print this profession, the value will be this list. Let's print and see. So it's returned the list of professions. Now what if I want only to select the engineer in this list? I will not use a keyword in this case because I have a list. So remember, When we have list, we instead use index to select values in the list. So if I want to select engineer, it's at index 0 in this list. So I put index 0, and if I print again, I'll have just engineer. Or scientist, it is at index 1. So if I print again, I'll have scientist only as the value of my variable proof. I'm trying my best as possible to keep this course very simple to show you that Python is a beautiful programming language. So if you enjoy what I'm doing, please encourage my work by liking the video and sharing with your friends.